morning. Good morning. And I did you a favor. I only had one cup of coffee, so so I'm not gonna be bouncing all around. I'll stay focused on my job at hand here this morning. So thank you, Natalie, so much for having me. I've been so excited just to see you and just to come on and talk about petite and professional things.
Thank you. No, I am so grateful you agreed to be on. Thank you so much. I've been wanting to have you on like when we were talking at the pageant event and you
In
gave me a little bit
January,
of,
right? Yeah.
yes, and you told me a little bit about your career and I'm like, okay, that's super interesting. I need to interview you.
Yes, yes.
So, okay, well, what is your job title?
Okay, so I'm Sabihah Blue. I'm Elite Miss Illinois Petite. And professionally, I have a CPP, which is Certified Payroll Professional. Currently, I do global payroll compliance with organizations Poland, Switzerland, Italy. So I'm up easily at 4 a.m. in the morning. So when most people are sleeping, I've already had like full my coffee. I'm already dressed. I'm already talking to people across the world. So they're in a different time zone. So global payroll compliance, I do payroll implementations for systems and basically making sure the payroll system and processes are intact globally. So I've mastered US payroll. So now I have extended into global payrolls. Yeah, it kind of ties into my degree. I have a degree in accounting from Benedictine University. So right now I'm working a hybrid payroll slash accounting type of role right now.
Wow. So you like numbers.
No, they like me. They like me because I literally need to tell you how I even got into payroll. I was
Yeah.
minding my business. I was attending Benedictine University. I got a job as an intern during the summer. I'm doing accounts payable, accounts receivable, trying to go toward my degree. And the payroll manager went into labor. And they kind of came out and said she's not coming in. She won't be back for 6 to 8 weeks. And they said, "Hey, kid, you." And they called me and it's like, "We need you to process this payroll. You're studying accounting, right? You can do it." So I got through miraculously. I got through that first payroll and I've been stuck in the field of payroll ever since. I've never worked in accounting. I've always worked in payroll. I've worked in systems. I've worked with global payrolls, all types of payrolls, not ever accounting. So they kind of plucked me from my little AR clerk role and threw me into accounting, into payroll. So since then, it's just been payroll is massive. People think payroll is hours times numbers, but no, payroll is massive. We got systems, um, American Payroll Association, which keeps the payroll laws and compliance to make sure you're getting paid right. You know, you like your
Yeah.
paycheck, right?
Well, I need it.
Yeah, yeah. So we make sure that the reason people go to work, we keep up their livelihood, we pay them timely and we pay them accurately. And so
Mhm.
not only have I mastered that on the US level, I've went globally with my payroll, I went globally with my title as well. So I mean, all
Yeah.
things global are kind of like coming together for me. And it's a really great time right now. It's a really, really great time for me right now.
Okay, so how did you get into like a global, like what drew you
Yes.
to that?
Now it's all been progressive. Like I said, when I was way back when I was in college, I was an accounting student, being an intern. So I got introduced to payroll because the payroll manager went into labor. So I've just been doing payroll since. I started off as a payroll clerk. I started off as a payroll systems administrator, and then I crossed over into implementations, knowing the back end, knowing how to implement a payroll system. So your girl knows how to implement payroll systems. The systems that calculate your payroll and send your taxes to the IRS. I literally go from organization to organization, setting up and optimizing those systems for the company.
Oh, wow.
So it started off as a clerk, and then it kind of like grew as my years of experience and my everything just like grew and it kind of progressed. So I started off as a payroll clerk. So now I'm a global payroll professional, like doing payrolls
Just
across the globe.
keep saying yes to more opportunities and something that you're
Yes,
clearly very talented in.
yes, and I enjoy it for the most part because people love it when they get their paycheck. When something goes
Mhm.
wrong with the paycheck, people love it when you help them through the problem, help them get paid in a timely manner if anything was missed because hey, we're all human. Maybe
Mhm.
you turn in your time card late or maybe the payroll team missed something. So being a true payroll professional is just how do you get out ahead of it? How do you go make it right with your employee?
Yeah, no, it's a great mentality thought process. Cause like, so I used to be a store manager in retail and I would have to do the payroll, like, like at the store level, like submitting. And I hated it because it was just so much like pressure and just, like you're saying, like you need your money, right? And I didn't want to make any glitches and I would just like over double check everything and make sure I did it right.
Yes,
But
no one likes to do payroll. It's kind of like an acquired skill. And then getting certified in the field of payroll pretty much tells employers or my clients that she's the real deal. She's certified. I'm a CPP by profession. I've taken a 4-hour exam that's similar to attorneys and physicians. So you have to
oh my
go to Las
goodness.
Vegas to their testing center and sit there for 4 hours and just do payroll calculations and that type of thing. So that certification, I should probably put my APA pin right here because I've
Yeah.
earned that. So yeah, no one wants to do payroll as like the least favorite job in the company. But then I was going to say something. I lost my train of thought. You did payroll on the very basic you collect the hours and you probably submitted them to a larger team, and so that's a
Yeah.
pretty important that's pretty important as well.
No, but what you're saying, like, I didn't know that you went to Vegas to do the 4 hour test.
Yeah,
Like,
you have to go to one of their testing centers, and it's called Meet Las Vegas. So first of all, it's so distracting trying to focus in Vegas, and you're taking one of the most important exams of your life. And where I
yeah,
stayed, I had people ziplining across my hotel room. I'm in there trying to review, and people wait. And but mind you, once I was done with that test, I was part of that ziplining crew,
yeah, you
and
were.
part
Yeah.
I need to like relax, at that time. So I've
Yeah.
been certified for about 14 years in the field of payroll.
Wow. Oh my gosh, it's so
Yeah.
crazy because like I've known of you, right? Like we've seen each other. I had no idea. Like, gosh, okay.
You
Whoa.
know what, Nelly? People kind of think like someone even asked my husband, "Does your wife work?" He's like, he's laughing at him like because he hears me in the office all the time, like on calls and up at 4 a.m. disturbing the whole house. He's so, oh yeah, she works very early in the morning. But people, that's
Yeah.
why these podcasts and what you do is so important, and it kind of gives people a glimpse into the other side of us. We're queens, but we're also professionals. We're also moms. We're parents. I love my job very much. Like that's my day job, and being a Miss Illinois, that's a job as well. That we take our titles very seriously.
Yeah. No, and I get what that individual is saying too is like because you're such an involved queen. Like you are always doing something, you're always helping out, you're always like we have like for anyone watching, we have like a little like pageant group chat and you're always like willing to help out or like, volunteering, offering your help. And so, yeah, it's, it's crazy to think you can do all of that. And then you also have like, I would say a high demand job where it's pretty demanding of your time and stuff. So your time
It's
management must
very
be just
demanding.
like,
Is very demanding. My time management is my time is very important to me. I need my time to spend with my family. I need to spread it like evenly. So time management,
wow.
because I'm up so early in the morning, it gives me an opportunity to drink my coffee nice and slow and not rushed and running around. It gives me a chance to woosah, yes, and get out ahead of my day. Like, and if there's things left from the task from yesterday, it gives me a time to reprioritize those things, because like all of our priorities are competing
Mhm.
priorities. The kids are competing, your day job's competing, your title is competing, everything's competing for your time. So I get up so early in the morning and I kind of like look at the day and I prioritize it and try to make sure I hit everything.
Yeah, well, looks like you're doing a great job. So kudos.
Thank you
Um,
so much. And you are too.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so I was talking with someone about being like a married woman in pageantry. I feel like being a mom, a working mom with a career and all that, I feel like I'm like a guru of time management. Because you know what I mean? Like you were saying, like there's so many assets of my life that are really important to me and I want to do the most. I want to make the most of this life. So I've gotten
And you're
really good
also
about
doing some kind
like,
of
okay,
exam in school too, right? Are you doing an advanced degree in school as well, right?
so I'm in grad school because I'm going to be a therapist. So
I have a couple therapists in my
people,
life. If you know me, I have a few like therapists for my personal use and a few personal therapists that are friends. So I love you guys.
One of them on Petite Professional.
Yes, yes.
No, but when you were talking about pageantry, do you mind, before we segue into me asking you pageant questions, is there any advice you have for any individual that is thinking about getting into the world of payroll? Like
Yes.
which
Um,
something to know?
I would say start at the beginning. Because I've been in roles where they kind of like threw you in at the middle. Don't be afraid to say, "Hey, this is not my jam." If you don't have the umpteen years of experience, I would say start at the beginning. And the way the American Payroll Association is formatted, they don't let you take the CPP test unless you've taken like something what we call the FPC, which is fundamentals. So it kind of keeps you on track. It doesn't let you jump in there. So I would say go get certified first because that teaches you a lot with the FPC. So start small. Don't kind of like jump at the top. You'll see um, individuals trying to go in at a global rate like me, but it took me like 15, 20 years to get to this level. So I would say go small so you learn like all the different areas, all the different facets, go in order. So that would be it. And then be open-minded and be ready, most importantly, because payroll is more than hours times rate. We have benefits that come out. We got taxes. We got it's we you know we and then God forbid if your organization changes systems and someone like me comes in and helps, so then we have that whole change management thing going on. So be open minded because payroll is massive. We have so
Mhm.
many different areas, and that has kept me in the field of payroll for 20 years. I started off as an accounting student, and I've never worked in accounting. Payroll has kept me busy. Me, ADHD, Sabihah, kept me busy for 20 years. So I've worked as a manager, I've worked as a standalone person. Now I work in global payrolls, waking up at 4 a.m. to be in a full on meeting with teams that are in India. I have a team member in Kentucky, like people that are across, the global lines. So it's massive. So be ready for a wild ride. It's very rewarding, like we talked about. People love to have their paycheck. So
Mhm. No, that's wonderful advice. I think I mean, what you said goes for so many different lines of work is it's so important to do the steps to obtain all the knowledge. That way when you're in that role, you're not intimidated by an issue that comes up because you know how to handle it. Uh,
exactly.
awesome. Okay. So you have been in pageantry, and what got you into pageantry?
Well, let me think. Let me think. So my children, Kamia and Amina, my Amina was my first kid that was in pageantry. So that's how I got into pageantry. Someone, how pageantry, they say, hey, go tell your friends, recruit your friends. So someone recruited my daughter Amina to do a pageant. And she had so much fun. She ended up winning her title, but didn't care about the title. This is how pageant novice we were. She didn't care about the crown. She just wanted her community service award, and if you look at her mom, you would know why. So they're trying to crown her on the stage, and she's like showing me, Mom, I got the plaque for community service, and I'm like, but you got a crown waiting for you. So my children got me into pageantry, and so I've been like their number one supporter. Taking them to systems, making sure they do the work that they signed up to do. Basically, just making them responsible, and
Yeah.
then they went off to college and someone was like, well, why don't you take a stab at it? And I'm like, me. So my first pageant was in 2017. What was I? Oh my God. I was American Elegance Lady. And that was a division for women that were
Okay.
40 and up. Yeah. So that
Because
was a role.
Christy's been part of that too.
Saveda was just most recently part of that. Christy
Yeah.
Saveda was just most
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
in 2017, I was the American Elegance Lady Queen for 45 and up women. And so my children literally, they were like, "You can do this," so they got me through it. Ended up winning that pageant because the work ethic I have, on the stage doing pageant season, it's the same work ethic I have when I'm not doing the pageant. So I'll be Sabihah Hussein before the pageant. I'll be me during the pageant, and I'll be me after the pageant. So what you see is literally what you get. A working queen, someone who's like you
Yeah.
said, so involved. Yeah, is so in tune with my pageantry. That's just who I am as a person. So my children got me into it. Won the first pageant. I said, okay, that was my one hit wonder. Now I thought that was the one time. So then got married to my husband, Reginald Blue. And, I'm looking, and my friend Serena did a pageant, USOA. And then I had started seeing it, and I'm like, wow, and I had just got married, and she's like, why don't you go for it, And I'm like, no, I can't. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I'm like, okay, I'm older. So that was my reason, and I was sticking to it. Then here comes Elisa Bailey, older queen, who happens to have lupus like me, and she comes and she steps on the stage, and she's the most beautiful picture I've ever seen. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so doing this. So as the stars would align, I ended up entering USOA, and that's not the end of it. I mean, literally, I did it for the Mrs. experience, but in that class, in that Mrs. class, I walked away with five of my best friends, five of my very best friends: Liz, Johanna, Rhonda. Well, I would say four of my best friends. So I met my best friends in my pageant class. We were not competitors. We were not, against each other. We competed with each other. We competed. We hung out before the pageant. We were our support system during the pageant, and then after the pageant, we're still the best of friends and very instrumental in each other's lives. So
Yeah.
my
Oh,
kids, my
that's
kids brought
beautiful.
me to pageantry, but the people that I met and the journey I've been on, that's what kept me into it. Yeah, that I would say that's what kept me into pageantry, like the friendships and the memories that I make. I mean, it's fun. I mean, we get to go to a pageant event, we get to promote our platform as well as our system. We get to meet incredible women along the way. So, I mean, that's really exciting for me.
Yeah, no, it is the people really like I've said in other interviews is it's hard as an adult to find meaningful friendships and pageantry really for me and it sounds like for you too is like it gives you these like-minded individuals and you can form these really strong connections. So I
Correct.
totally agree.
Because correct, because our family don't quite understand what goes on in the pageant bubble. We do. Hey, if you have a ministry that
Mhm.
you're doing with someone needs socks at a homeless shelter and I have it, or if like in our pageant group, if someone isn't has a need, it gives you like that community that we can lean on. And people outside of pageantry don't
Mhm.
see it and understand it. That's why it's so important for us to have our pageant crown on all the time and show people who we really are. We're just not only crowns and makeup and all of that stuff. We are really mothers and women and professionals, that have hearts.
Yeah, definitely. And I would say like too is so I did pageantry as a miss like in college. I had no idea what I was doing, but I really liked the like developmental piece of it. Like I felt like
Yeah.
I felt more confident after doing it. But then as a married woman entering it, that's when I met like Crystal and Autumn and then they like brought me into this world with all these like wonderful women and it's just I'm so grateful for this like Midwest pageant family
Yes.
that we
Now, those
have.
are two incredible resources, may I add. They help dress us, they help motivate us. Crystal and Autumn, I mean, I think they're our sponsors for Petite as well. But
Yeah.
they're just gems, like diamonds in the rough that you will find no other place. They sow into so many women, and honestly, they've been very instrumental in my journey, especially Crystal Katie. I met her when our daughters, Tori and Amina, they were like 9 and 8. They're like 6 months apart. And, through my children, Amina was doing a pageant, Tori was doing a pageant. And then me and Crystal became friends way back then, and it's kind of carried
Yeah,
through. But yeah, she's always been there. She'll say, well, I won't bring you to it. I won't bring you to it I won't bring you to it if I'm not going to help you all the way through the journey. So win, lose, good, indifferent, bad, or whatever, it's always a journey, it's a learning experience. And the most important part is like having my coach and having my friend and having my circle of friends there to help me through it. Because, the crown is
yeah,
temporary, but these friendships we talk about, they're lifelong.
definitely. So I have to know what brought you to Petite?
You really have to ask me that question. So, oh, what brought me to Petite? I saw Petite came up in my timeline maybe like 5 years ago. They were actually in Milwaukee, and I'm like, oh, that's a cute pageant, And then they said it was for women five, 6, and under. I'm like, oh, okay. And then how do I say this? So I got an opportunity to judge Petite from the other side 3 years ago, 3 years ago. And so I'm judging, I'm like, wow, this is a really amazing system because the women, again, something that sparked my interest. They were not competing, they were not catty. They were in the line loving on each other, sewing each other into dresses. And I'm like, okay, it's a pageant, you know? So just the whole atmosphere. Let's not forget our incredible director, Jenna, who's just like all welcoming. You know, she's just welcoming, just very empowering, just gives us a baton and let us run with it. Got a bunch of crazy pink
Yeah.
petite women running around. She just lets us do as we may, right? So that came and went. I'm like, okay, great, amazing set of queens came through. Then the next year, I wanted to, you know, compete in petite because I'm like, this is really tugging at my heartstrings. And then I didn't get the opportunity to. So again, a judge sat at the judging table. I'm like, oh, I really want it. I should be up there. This is great. I should be backstage with my sisters and hugging on them. It was just the atmosphere. I just really felt at home. I really felt at home. There was no negative vibes at all. And then I decided like I want to be a part of that. I want to be on that stage. I want to promote this system. I want to grow this system. I want to get to know the management team or you know our executives or that type of thing. I want to my sister queens, all of that. So
Mhm.
that kind of like what landed me there. I'm like, nope, this year I am doing it. I want to represent Illinois. I want to, you know, get the word out about petite and just be the best representative that I can be. And it's been an amazing time. It's been incredible. Like literally no words for it. It's like a dream come true. Like you said, we have state titles and we get to work them. We get to go out in the
Mhm.
community, tell people about petite. And two things about me, I love talking. And I love talking about myself and I love talking about petite. My husband always tells me, Natalie, like every time you go out, honey, you come back with a new friend because I'm going to talk to someone. I'm going to tell them about petite. I'll be wearing my petite bag that's falling apart, you know, and with my petite cup. And people are like, who is this girl? And what's petite? It's been a conversation starter. And I'm like, okay, I
Oh,
got my next
100%.
um,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. When you're talking about your petite swag, I'm obsessed with, don't you have like, I'm pretty sure you posted like a petite like sweatsuit? Like it's pink, like is it the petite like sweatsuit? It says like, I don't know, I have to go back through your
it's like
account.
the
Does
red
it?
and blue. We have
Yes.
incredible sponsors. In case you didn't already know, we have great sponsors. So that tracksuit was one of the first three that was made by our sponsor, Ronica Marie, Ronica Couture. She makes tracksuits. She makes crown cases. She makes everything. So guys, shameless plug. Hit up Ronica Marie. I'll post a tracksuit on my page later, but it's amazing. It's going to be for national, so I can be comfortable with hair and makeup and still look
Oh,
cute and
smart.
representative. So kind of thinking ahead. So Veronica blessed
Yeah.
me with yeah. So we have great
Smart.
sponsors.
It's so cold in the morning for hair and makeup. So that's so
That's what
smart.
I was thinking about. And the sweatshirt is like it's not even like thick winter material. It's like perfect for the cold, chilly hotel, perfect for rehearsals. So
Mhm.
Veronica really nailed it with that one. She really, you know, hit the nail on the head with that one. So
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, it's so freaking cute.
and another place where I got good swag from, I don't know if you remember, Petit had a table at the pageant event. So
Yes.
dude,
Yes.
I loaded up. I have a necklace, I have a purse, I went shopping. I actually bought hats for my sister Queen Rhonda. I'm like, hey, you need a hat, and she's like, okay. So she puts the hat on. I'm like, you look like you need a petite hat. So I mean, you know,
Yeah.
Petit just made it that easy to fall in love with the system, to fall in love with the director, to fall in love with like her the stage production, and most importantly, Natalie, what it stands for. I mean, Petit is professional, Petit is powerful, you know, and that Petit is pink, you know, that we're all things pink, and I mean, Petit is just to me all the things.